It's really funny to me how hard of a time these Hollywood studios have making actual live-action Resident Evil shows or movies. Really shouldn't be that hard. You can literally take the very first game and make a low-budget movie based on monsters and zombies in a mansion. It's not that difficult to do, but for some reason, Hollywood has struggled to pull this off because they want to make their own thing, and it's awful to do that. It's been proven awful several times. For some reason, they got like 5 or 6 of those awful Djokovic Resident Evil movies. I can't stand them. I think they're some of the worst movies ever made. I think they're an insult to the games. I don't like them. I think they're garbage. And then nothing compares to Welcome to Raccoon City, which is a giant pile of shit. If you've never seen it, don't bother watching it. Just stay away from it. It's bad. That was the most recent failure for theaters. Really bad movie. They tried to make one movie out of Resident Evil 1 and 2. I think even the third one, somebody said Nemesis was in it. I'm not sure. I didn't waste time watching it because it looks so bad. And it doesn't look like I was wrong here. I mean, you can see the scores. I mean, it seems critics and audiences agree the movie is dog shit. And then we have the Resident Evil Netflix series. Could tell from the first look that came out like a year and a half ago that it was going to be crap. And it looks like we were right. Everybody's going after it. Everybody. Just never-ending quest to adapt Resident Evil. I don't know why. Just leave it alone. You would think after like the 17th failure, they would stop trying to make live-action Resident Evil. It just can't be done. It could be done, but they refuse to do it. Like this one was really weird. So you have like a clone of Albert Wesker, and for some reason the clone is black. I don't understand. Like. So if I were to clone myself, wouldn't I look exactly the same? And the guy in the series, who is a great actor, I'm not taking anything away from him, they decided to change him from like a blonde white guy to the actor in the show. And I guess the reason for that is he's a clone with maybe a change or two. I'm not sure. There's no way in hell I'm going to watch this series. I watched a couple of clips, which you could find on my Twitter timeline, by the way. They look awful. One has one of the characters walking into a room, and this girl is sitting in a chair, and she looks up at her, and then busts out into a dance song routine. It's really cringe. I watched it like 10 times because I was amazed that this actually existed, but it was real. The show's bad. It's really bad. I can't, because I get hit with copyright if I were to show you on YouTube, but highly suggest going to my Twitter and watching those clips that I retweeted. You'll see how bad this show really is. Critical Drinker posted a little review. I'm sure he'll have a video, but he posted one on Twitter. Resident Evil on Netflix may be the most boring, pointless garbage I've seen all year with absolutely nothing in common with its source material. It's so bad it makes the Mila Djokovic movies look like absolute works of art in comparison. That's pretty brutal. That's a brutal tweet. A data racer coming in and saying, worse than Halo? I didn't think that was possible. Kevin Thomas says, oh, man, you have no idea. Complete garbage, IMO. A lot of people in here just trashing it. And then we go to Rotten Tomatoes, and we see just how bad things get. For some reason, it's still fresh, barely, at 62%. The audience score is brutal. A 27% audience score. That is bad, ladies and gentlemen. I am interested in seeing what some people have to say because this is a really low score. That's almost as bad as that's worse than the Raccoon City score. I'm sorry, excuse me. The Raccoon City score at least managed to stay at 65%. It's some of this. This is awful. This is bad for them. Like, everybody's hating this show. And it's not, I don't think it's review bomb. You have a lot of fans that are just chomping at the bit for something, and all they get every time is garbage. And I haven't heard anybody, and I don't want to put the woke thing in there because I haven't heard, like, this is a woke show. I just hear it's an awful show. Bad. This TV series is pathetic. Don't waste your time looking at this. It's crap. Here's another one. This is not only the worst thing Resident Evil. It's one of the most boring, cringe-inducing, and just plain terrible things on Netflix. Here's one. If you are reading a 5-star review of this show, it's probably an Umbrella Corporation employee who wrote it at gunpoint. The show is hot dookie. The script must have been written by an AI and not reviewed for actual application, in the sense that at least half of it is not logical to be realistic. The decisions made, even in just one episode throughout, seem to teeter on. What's the worst thing this person can do right now? I am a RE fan of both the games and the movies. This is RE franchise and name only. That and Umbrella Corporation and zombies. There is no tie back to the concept of what RE is. Whoever wrote, directed, and made decisions either hated the lore and wanted to show the world that hate, or was just totally oblivious to the rich history RE already has. Pretty scathing. Why would I want to watch teenage girls talk about their feelings when watching Resident Evil? So predictable. Hopefully, the creators of this will be out of work soon. This person actually does say wokeism. I'm not sure on that. Like I said, I haven't seen it. Most people just say it's bad. This person says, filled with throbbing wokeism, bad effects, horrible storytelling, and character arcs, questionable casting based on the RE canon games. If they would have tried to build their own story with the IP rights with a lot more world building and character development, maybe it could have been an average 5 or 6 out of 10. This release is at best a 2 out of 10. I think that about sums it up. Is there one good review in here? We got 2 stars. Okay, here we go from George E. Best Netflix series, and I love everything Resident Evil, the games, the Paul W.S. Anderson films, the 3 CGI films, including Netflix CGI animated series, and Welcome to Raccoon City. I gave this a 10 out of 10 and 5-star, 100% recommended it. It seems you just like everything. So, is there... Okay, here we go. Justin B., most of the negative comments just want to see the same storyline we've seen 1,000 times rehashed. Many of the other negative comments are just pissed off racists. This series is good, great potential as a series. Okay, well, he's just here to own the negative comments. It's not a real review. Kind of sad. It would be really easy to do this, but they refuse to follow the game formula. Just follow the games that exist. Like, make that game a movie. No, we're going to do all kinds of dumb shit that nobody wants to see. It's just a plague for this. They just stop. How many times does this have to fail for them to stop making live-action Resident Evil? That's the question that I have. Anyway, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Have you watched this show? If you have, let me know. Let me know what you think of it. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.